Got a beautiful hunting blind here, but the hornets have taken it. If you look on the inside of that window, see that hornet walking around? And I see they're going in and out of that corner right there. When this is real hot, there are hundreds of them. Going around here, it's a cloudy day. I'm gonna get in a bee suit, I'm gonna spray it. I'm gonna wait about an hour, and then I'm gonna go in and reclaim this muddy box blind from the hornets. I'm gonna use this wasp and hornet killer that I bought a value pack of from Walmart. 25-foot spray. It says it's a natural apiary. And it is a large. Got some good leather gloves. Well, I'm all suited up. Got my gloves on. I see less stuff flying up here. We're gonna go up here with our keys. And we're gonna hopefully reclaim this without getting claimed. That hornet nest inside here. So they're either coming in through the little crack of this roof or for this doorway. So I'm gonna spray the doorway. A little bit anticlimactic. I thought I was gonna get into some hornets here and have a genuine hornet nest. But didn't get into them there. While we're at it, let's go take care of the hornets in the orchard. Hey y'all, John with Lake Erie Chestnuts. I'm wearing a bee suit, you know what that means. You see over on that side, you see the hornet nest? Up in that tree there's some birds. And I want those birds that I don't want stung. It's a little bit of a cloudy day, sun's coming out right now. It is a little warmer than I wanted it to be, it's 71. But we're gonna spray these hornets because I want the nuts and I'm just can't tolerate them anymore. So stay with me. Again, this tree was damaged by a buck rubbing it and caused that cut in the side of the tube. I didn't replace the tube because the tree was too big really to slide it up over. I guess I could have cut it the rest of the way off and tried to tie one on, but this year for some reason the hornets decided to build that beautiful nest. But it's time for her to go away today. Well, we'll see if that worked. There's still some buzzing around it. We'll just have to see. Well, I got the burrs. I put a dent in the nest. I'm not sure that I killed the whole thing, but I knocked a lot of it off. There were some still flying around, but I ran out of spray. To be honest with you, the bee suit, I did feel them banging into me on the hunting blind a little bit on the back of my head, but I don't think I ever actually had a hornet come after me on this hornet nest. I feel a little bad, but I wanted to get those chestnuts, and like I said, I try to work with nature as much as possible, but I needed those chestnuts. Well, we're going to run around the rest of the orchard. See what kind of other chestnuts we can find. We got some chestnuts up here. These are the remaining 5 or 6 burrs from that first tree you saw in the last video. You can see the burrs are cracking open and the nuts hanging there. I'll have to see if there's a nut on the ground or not. I heard a lot of nuts hit the ground. Here's an unfertilized. That's a fertilized nut. A lot of unfertilized nuts. Need more pollen flying. That'll come with time. That has that deer scrape. This is why these burrs hadn't fallen. All unfertilized nuts. Couple burrs at the top of this tree. See if we can shake them down. Three burrs down into the bucket. Tree has a pretty nice upright form. Got a couple of burrs right at the top. Let's see if we can get them down. Some big burrs. Still not quite ready to come down, but on a small crop, I'm just trying to get them all in. This tree says it's a Perry, planted in 15 as a seedling. This was obtained from Route 9 Cooperative Empire Chestnuts. There's burrs that are starting to open. I'm going to harvest them all. Kind of unique. Has a burr here. And it looks like you got one fertilized nut in there and one unfertilized. And it looks like that's a common theme with this one. This is a seedling of Perry. So real small burr, but it has fertilized nuts in it. Well, that's going to take care of most of the harvest this year. You see some here, we got nuts in them. We got some that are fertilized, some that are unfertilized. We got some that are open. Here's one that's, ouch. Well, it's open. Then we have some that are going to sit in the weather and kind of open up on their own. They should be fine. I'm going to guess that we're going to have about maybe 4 or 5 pounds total of nuts this year. Not a huge harvest, more than I've ever had, but you know, every year I'm pretty optimistic that we're going to get better. And this year we didn't take as big a step forward as I'd hoped, but we did have a lot more chestnuts than we've had in any previous year. It's a gorgeous, very still day here. Archery season has just started. I'm working a lot at the beginning of the month, but going to jump out here a little bit. I took over that hornet infestation of my hunting blind and also took care of that tree today. So hopefully you enjoyed the content as we produced our record harvest of chestnuts this year. Hopefully you've been inspired to try some of your own orchard stuff, and if you live down in the middle states, kind of in the Carolinas, you can really blow me out of the water as far as having heat and still enough water to produce some amazing growth on your chestnuts and production. But you know, for Northwest Pennsylvania, I'm happy with where we're at. And again, it's not my main means of income. I'm just trying to run a little bit of a chestnut orchard to see how that all works out. So if you liked what you saw, give us a thumbs up, make a comment. I think that helps us. I'm not sure, but you know, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and you'll see more hunting, more chestnut, more tree growing, and other just kind of random content. So I really appreciate that. Thanks for following us, Lake Erie Chestnuts. Remember, if you're not growing, you're dying.